Hey lads, Galaxy Warrior, and today, oh man, I want to talk about something that I uh, I care a lot about actually, and that is language. Not only that, but I also care about language learning, for sure. Um, I think it can be. I think learning a language um, can be an intensely rewarding experience for someone, and I also think that um, certain ways of learning about learning a language are better than others. Um, a better way to put that might be that there are certain ways that are worse than others, for sure. Um, and one of those is Duolingo. Oh my God, Duolingo! What a crime! What a shame! No, no. To be real, I really dislike Duolingo. Um, because I think it is quite possibly the worst way to learn a language um, ever. Besides maybe never seeing the language with your eyes ever again. Like besides actively avoiding the language, there's probably no worse way to learn a language than Duolingo. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You know, I feel like most people um, in their life, most people in the, I shouldn't say most people. A lot of people have tried out Duolingo. I mean, why not? If you could learn a language on the go, then why not do it? Right? Duolingo is right there. It's on your phone. You don't need to try too hard. It's one lesson every day. Keep the streak up. And that sounds good on the surface, right? Because it would seem that the streak system that is in place with um, Duolingo would be a reminder to learn your target language, right? And it is at like the beginning of it, right? I mean, I've heard plenty of stories of people um, who use Duolingo, like who have like 1,000 day streaks, or like many hundreds of day streaks in Duolingo, right? And they end up stopping it, like purposefully. They end up just cutting it because, like, why? Because keeping up a streak is stressful, man. Like, it just adds one more thing that you need to do in your day. Like, as if your day wasn't busy enough, you gotta find a way you gotta find time in your day to do a little Duolingo lesson. It's just one extra thing on your mind. Um, and it's just not, and it ends up turning your target language, a language that you probably have like a strong desire to learn, perhaps even a cultural connection to. It turns that desire into a chore. It turns that into something that it should never be. Learning a language should never be a chore. And that's what the streak system in Duolingo does. Not only that, right? But Duolingo is a business, right? It's not there to teach you a language. It's there to make money, right? Duolingo is there to make money, right? Um, More so than anything else. Like you think that Duolingo is there to learn you a language? You got another thing coming for you, I tell you, because Duolingo is there to make money first and foremost. How do they make money? By keeping you on the platform so they could serve you ads, or keep you on the platform long enough so that way you just give up um and get like a paid version of it, right? Like Duolingo Max or some shit, um, which is $30, by the way. I'm serious. It is probably the biggest waste of money I've ever. $30 for a slightly and I mean very slightly better version of an already pretty garbage language learning platform, like $30. That is several Netflix subscriptions. That is several Netflix subscriptions that you could possibly have instead of Duolingo, right? Like you I that angers me a lot. Is that first of all, they used to do a thing where um instead of like if you got a question if you were given some like a prompt in Duolingo, right? Um what it would do is regardless of whether you got the question right or wrong, it like there was a comment section there that was there to tell you what you did right, what you did wrong, right? Like why this is how it is in this language, right? Um, and it was very helpful. But then they replaced it with an AI version that's locked behind Duolingo Max, which is again $30. Like what the actual hell? Um, and the I'm just so frustrated, you know what I mean? But um, what's even worse is that these prompts that it gives you are sentences that you would never need in your real life. Like, and and this is coming from personal experience too, because I use the app too. I was under the impression that Duolingo was a good way to learn a language. You know, I thought it was a great way to learn a language, right? And then I realized it just kind of sucks because it just kind of sucks. And like they would give you prompts for things that you would never need in real life. Like you're telling me I need to know the word clown before the words him and her. Like you're joking me. You're joking me that I need to learn the word clown before pronouns for crying out loud. It's ridiculous in that way, right? But if you think about it, it makes sense because if they gave you all the useful words in the beginning portions of the courses, then you'd get rid of the app, right? You would stop learning, you would stop using it because you would have learned all the useful things, and then would have just said, well, I don't need to learn the word clown. Like that's not necessary. I just need the useful stuff, right? Like I'm telling you, like they forego prepositions and stuff, like really operative things that you need to learn a language. Not only that, but sometimes like it's just like wrong. The prompts are just weird or strange, as in they're grammatically strange, um, and things like that, right? And so I find it that there are quite there. I don't think there's a single worse way to learn a language in Duolingo than Duolingo. But I'm sure there are many more. There are other language learning apps that are like Duolingo. Duolingo's not the only one that's like this, right? Um, I'm just pointing out Duolingo because it's the most popular. Um, and again, I find that language learning can be a really fun and rewarding thing to do in your life, and to have it turned into like and one of the things that another thing is that it's so gamified, right? Like it's not even about learning a language; it's about like winning the game of learning of like getting all the prompts right. Like it barely even feels like you're learning a language at some point. Um, Meanwhile, with other more natural ways of learning a language, like you can learn languages through podcasts. You can go on the internet. You can talk with people. You can talk with actual people who speak the language. But no, you're choosing to. But no, like the Duolingo, right? Like no, like there's no way in hell that using Duolingo is at all comparable to like real life use of the language. And learning from real speakers, you know? And so Um, yeah. Um, that's all I had to say. Yeah, Duolingo is evil. Duolingo is evil, and you should stop using it, probably. Um, but yeah, if you enjoyed this video, um, be sure to hit the. I'm not gonna do what I did last time. Like I mean, hitting the like button is cool. Um, and it makes a funny part. It does like particles now, like the thumbs up thing. Like it does things. It's like a cool little animation. And subscribing also does the same thing, right? I think like it glows now. It like highlights if you say the word subscribe, which is funny. Um, and yeah, I also plan on doing more of these commentary videos in the future. So get ready for that. But yeah, that's really it. So